All right, it is March the 6th. We are here today. We just finished up with our inspection with the third-party inspector. We've marked up all the wind damage that we can find here on the slopes. The time right now is 2:50. The claim number is, as you can see up here, 1181. H as in Henry, 395, B as in boy. It's about 52 degrees. Here's one of the wind damage shingles that the third party had marked on his inspection, and what we thought we should go ahead and do is just present a attempt to repair video with you so we can kind of show you the repairability of the roof. What we'll be doing, and this is just to show the repairability, we're going to be unnailing this shingle here, pulling it out, and then examining the area where we removed the shingle and then placing it back just as if it was a new shingle, so we can see what the causes that it might affect during the process of that repair. It might come out great and no issues, and they'll be fine. And if it does cause damages, I at least want you guys to have it documented and you can see it on your end. Up here, if you can see, I've got a control area. Now, my control area basically is where I want you to see what the shingles are when they're not touched. I'm going to tap on the roof to see if there's granule loss or anything that could be happening here. So we're going to look at the granules here. I'm banging on the roof here, and as you can see, we're not really having any granule loss at all. The white stuff that you see coming down is just remnants of my chalk. So this, as of right now, this is okay as a control area. No granule loss during that point. So now, my next step is I'm going to go ahead and unseal the shingles so I can get to the nails. I'll be using this tool here that's recommended by State Farm to perform these types of repairs. And the first things first is I'm going to have to unseal these shingles below to get to the nails here. So we're going to go ahead and start that. And I'm trying to get this as soft as I can. It's starting to rip. As you can see, the adhesive that's underneath here, it's ripping the shingle. We've got mat transfer that's occurred underneath here. So this is going to be a bad one right here, but we'll keep going. So, same thing again, mat transfer. So these two have mat transfer on them. As you can see how it's pulling up the shingle, it's ripping. It's mat transfer here as well. Again, I'm trying to do this as gentle as I can. All right, I'm gonna see where the first nail is, which is right here. All right, got one nail. Here's the second nail. There's nails right here. Fourth nail. Five nails. Six nails. Okay, we should be good. And I want you to come a little bit closer real quick, Matt. I want you to see this is the mat transfer that's occurred. See the shingle right there? And there's actually the piece that came up from it. That's mat transfer right there. And that's like that along a lot of the shingles here, but we're gonna try to keep going through. I believe I've gotten all the nails, so we should be able to pull this one out. So we've got the shingle out. And what I want to do now is I want to look at the surrounding shingles and what has happened during the process. I'm going to tap on the roof and let's see if we have granule loss that starts occurring. So You see the granules coming down? Granules are coming down. So we've got minimum granule loss during the process. I do have some creasing that's occurred. As you can see at the top of these shingles, you know, that's not really acceptable in my end. Come a little closer, you can kind of see the crease. There's a crease at the top here, and you can see the granule loss as it comes down. I mean, there's tons of granule loss that's happening from it. Got a crease on this shingle, crease on this shingle, crease on this shingle. This one has a crease on it as well. So right now, you know, we've got mat transfer that's occurred. We also have creasing of the shingles above and granule loss that's occurring. Now we're going to go ahead and pretend as if this is a brand new shingle, and we're going to be putting it back in its place as if we did the repair. And again, this is just for a simulation. Let's slide that back in. And we're going to be putting the nails back exactly where they previously were. So here we go. Shingle is back in its place. Exactly where it was before. So it's there intact. I'm going to now grab our tool, our snake tool. It's pretty cool. You can put the nail like this and you're going to place it on here. Now I'm going to show you one of the problems I have with this tool. When I lift this up in order to get to where the nail was previously, it's exactly where it was previously. They want us to hit this tool here. Now see where this tool is resting on the shingle. You know, this is the only way you can really get this hammered in properly. So I've got it now nailed in. Now I'm going to show you, I'm going to remove this tool. Look at where the tool is sitting on. It's damaged the shingle there, it's also damaged the shingle here. That's exactly where it's resting. I'm going to look underneath here to see where this is. And now I use the bottom part of this tool to hammer the rest of this in. Okay, that's one nail we've got in. Now I'm going to complete the process. So second nail, again, it's going to go right back where it was previously, right there. Remove the tool. And then place it on top to see it. Let's look again. You see where the tool is resting, right?
You got chalk?
Yeah, I have chalk. I'm going to mark it up in a second. Here's another one. And again, I'm not lifting the shingles beyond what they should be lifted to. And this nail did not take, so we're going to remove it. As you can see, take. So the tool works good sometimes, but then sometimes it's not ideal, because really you should be lifting the shingle up far enough to where you can get a hammer underneath it. But we'll continue going. On this side right here. Place. Got 2 more nails put in, or actually 3 more. So we got that one installed there. The next one's right here. Again, these guys are going right back where they were before. That nail didn't like it either. So this is the one problem that we have with this tool. It does sometimes not put the nails back in appropriately. Okay. That one's still not in there that great, but even as is. can see where it's dented the shingle. And you know, there's really no way to actually use this tool without it causing damage to the surrounding shingles. Some people say hold it like this, but when you're on a slope, you know, you can't necessarily hold it like this at that angle. Otherwise the nails really will never go in. Let me give you an example. If I were to hold this tool like this down here, it's not going to go into the slope appropriately. It's got to be resting like this on the actual surface. So I've got one more nail. This guy's going to go right here. And just for me to get the nail back where it was originally, it doesn't even really technically reach there, so I'm having to go a little bit higher. You can see where the hammer's just going to start messing it up. But I'm going to stop right now. I want to go ahead and show what we have going on. Number one, let's do a control test. We've got creasing that's happened to this shingle, creasing to this shingle, creasing on this shingle, creasing on this one as well. This guy, damage right here. This one got creased. Now, the damage from the tool itself on the original shingles, boom. Got one there, 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 and here. So it's damaged the original shingles that were there. Now from the nails that were above it, the new shingle, if this was the new shingle, we would have damage there, 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 and there. So what I'm looking at, based on the granule loss that we have, the additional shingles that were damaged during the process, you know, this is something that could not be, you know, I couldn't warrant it as a repair. It's going to lead to further damages. It's not going to bring the property back to what it was previously, where the water shedding capabilities were intact. You know, this, anytime you have loss of granule loss or damaged granules itself into the matting, that's going to greatly decrease the performance of the shingle. Therefore, this is something that even with a brand new shingle in place, it's not going to be acceptable. This is going to have to end up being a failed repair. And simply because of all these factorings that we have, not to mention we have the mat transfer that's occurred on all these other shingles. So we've got mat transfer, we've got granule loss, we have creased shingles, and we also have damage from the tool itself that's recommended to use. So in order for us to essentially replace this one shingle here, we're damaging 1, 2, 3, 4. If this were new, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 to replace one. 14 to 1 for this one damaged shingle that we have here. Therefore, this is, in our professional opinion, that this is not something that's repairable, unfortunately. So again, this is going to be a fail.